this is Diane with Bolan-Beaty Boogie. Marc and I were like, what are we going to do for the show this week? And I thought, I'm seeing a lot of fear-based information all over the internet, social media. And I said, I think we've looked at that before, but what do you think? And I thought, yeah, but that's not very uplifting, is it? But it is pretty current. And so then we thought, okay, well, what if we look at the collective consciousness, because we have done that before in the past, and see if it has anything it wants to say to us, or any information that it can give us. So that's what we decided to do. And I guess I don't have anything else to say. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back soon. Yeah. Here I am. Hello. This is Marc speaking. Hello. Yep, just loosening up the body here. Yeah, Diane tends to get a little, her body does this when she gets a little, not really nervous, but focused, okay? So when I come in, it's best to try to loosen that up a bit. Yep, because stiff energy or tight energy in a space for a spirit is energy that I really don't want to be in, right? Because I don't experience that. So if I can get rid of it easily, I will try to loosen it up. Okay. Yeah. So again, my name is Marc. You may have known me as you may know me as Marc Bolan from the rock band T-Rex. British, 70s, 1970s, British. Now I'm in spirit, and I'm channeling through Diane's body, okay? And I do have some friends here in the studio with me, and they always have something to say. We might have a visitor, probably not today, but sometimes visitors pop in. Not too often unannounced, because we know what energy we're working with, which is part of the reason my friends are here in the studio with me. They watch the energy of the show, right? And that's very important. Okay, that's very important. So they won't come unannounced, any visitor, but they will have to go through them first. Okay. Okay, so that's how this works. Okay, so let's, So Diane and I went back and forth. What are we going to do for the show this week? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? Are we going to do this? Maybe that. And then we decided, okay, well, we haven't looked in on the collective consciousness for a while. So yeah, we thought that would be really groovy to do that. Right, groovy, right. Okay, yeah, so... and we're limiting it. Well, we don't like to limit anything, but we're just going to look at this universe, okay? The collective consciousness of this universe, or the universe that the Earth is in, okay? And that includes the spirit realms, okay? Okay, so it's vast, okay? It's very vast energy, and it is constantly, obviously changing, just as all energy is constantly, obviously changing. Right. Okay, so so it takes a little prep work here. To look at this. Well, it doesn't take a lot of prep work. You can just, anyone can tune into this energy. It's not a big deal. But in order, I wanted to give it a little bit of prep work, just to kind of really, tune into, we try to get at the heart of it. Okay, so what's the, is there an overwhelming energy in the space right now? Right. And the energy could be any type of energy, okay? Yeah. And we like to bring that up a lot, because when we talk about energy, some viewers, we don't know for sure, but some viewers may think, okay, well, I don't know. I don't know anything about energy. I can't look at energy, but energy is all around you, okay? Energy is all around you. You are made of energy, okay? And if you think of, let's say, lightning, that's an energy, right? You can see that, right? So, energy can be physical, or energy can be non-physical and then turn into some type of physical form. Or, it can. You did, okay? You did. So, But, so don't think it's not there, right? If you think of maybe, if you think of a wave, an energy wave, what's powering Cell phones, okay? Radar. You can see radar on our screen. So it's all around you. It's all around you. But sometimes it takes a little bit, yeah, a few seconds just to think about that. So when you think that you can't see energy or you can't connect with energy, yeah, just look around you. It's all around, okay? And if you want to tune into it deeper, you can, okay? Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started, and yeah, Diane has one particular thing she wants me to look at, but yeah, that's what she has asked for me to look at. But let's look into the whole first, okay? Yeah, until we do like a subset of it. Subset, okay. Okay. Yeah, yep. Yeah, so I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Okay, so the energy. Yeah, well, the energy. It's such a vast amount of energy, and it doesn't really care that I want to look at it. Okay, it has you know well, of course it notices that I'm specifically looking at it, but it really doesn't care. It is so what'd you say, preoccupied, self-aware. It is so self-aware that it is preoccupied with itself so much. Does that make sense? That all it cares about is its own creation. Okay, and that's what. Yeah. So if I look at it, if I want to picture it in a visual way, okay, it looks as if a giant wave was encompassing the whole universe. And it's expanding and pounding, and it's a vast amount of very, 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 very powerful energy. Yep. That's the best way I think I can explain it. What do you guys think? Guys and gals. Yeah. What do you think? They're saying that's pretty good. Because of course, yeah, you can see it, right? You can see it. Okay. So that's its predominant. What would you say? Oh gosh, there's an English word. It might come to me. Yeah, so it's yeah. Oh yeah, the brain just kind of slows down when it can't think of a word that I'm trying to put through it. Yep. But anyway, okay. So the energy. So it's. Okay, yeah, good thing. Let's see if I can tune into what its vibe is at this second, okay? If there's anything else. No. No, It's okay, I'm getting curiosity. So it's not that. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at it right now, so it is a bit curious, but it's not going to stop what it's doing to connect. No. It doesn't need to do that. Okay, it doesn't need to do that. Yeah, if you could think of, yeah, I'm trying to put it in yeah. So if you could think maybe, and this is true, an energy that could encompass the whole planet. Let's just use Earth. An energy that could, like a big wave, yeah, a big tidal wave of energy that could encompass the Earth. Now, if you want to multiply that times whatever, a very high amount, that's what I'm looking at right now. It's a beautiful energy, okay? Because it's all of our energies. It's all of our energies combined. And yeah, so if you could see it, if you can tune into it, and you all can, okay? So if you can see it, okay, let's do a color thing. Maybe that'll help. It's golds, it's pinks, it's apricot, peach. It's passion French. Yeah, yep. Peach. It's not so much. I'm not seeing a lot of no. It's very light colored actually. It's very light colored. There's some creams. Yeah. Did I say yellow? Yeah, yellow golds. Yep. Not really. If you go a little further down. Okay. If you go a little further down in the beginning of a wave, you can see the greens and the blues. And then further down, there'll be purples. Well, it does seem a little opposite of what you would normally see in a spirit. Yeah, but that is what I'm seeing right now. Now, that could change. That could change. But that's predominantly what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing that, So, when you think about some spirit energy, your chakras. You're going to start with the red, then the orange, then the yellow, then the green, then the blue, then the purples, and then the whites. Right. So this is a little bit different. But there's just so much energy involved here. So let's tap into it. So, okay. So this is the part I'm going to bring up with, Diane's request. Okay. So Diane was interested in looking at specifically the energy of the earth and the fear energy. Okay. Now, the collective consciousness. Of course, the lower energy is going to have fear. Okay. So she wanted me to look at this. And let's just start here then. Okay. And I'm actually seeing the fear as a darker color. Yep. And let's just look at the planet Earth, which is what she requested, because, so she was saying to me that she sees, especially because of the politics in the U.S., in America, pretty much, there's a lot of fear-based information being put out. There's a lot of people who want to do things that they want to do, and they're basing it on fear. Okay, so she wanted to see where is that level on the earth, and we wouldn't need to tap into the collective consciousness to look at this, but she wanted to see if I could address that, and let me see if I can see it in this energy. Okay, so if you think about it, compared to the vast amount of energy I'm looking at right now, this question, or the energy involving this question, is a pinprick. Okay, it's a pinprick. It doesn't mean it's not valid, it's not important, but in the vast amount of energy I'm looking at now, it's a little pinprick. Okay, you couldn't even see it. And when I'm looking at the vast amount of energy here, it's generally, its main form is to create. Okay. And that's pretty much what any energy wants to do. It wants to create. So does it have a viewpoint versus good? There's no good or bad. Okay. But in general, that's its main goal. Okay. So fear energy is not really going to be very productive. So it's not going to, hold on, what? So what I'm trying to get out here in about 1 million words is that if you look at fear energy, okay, let's just say on the earth compared to the collective energy, conscious energy, it's so small that, so I'm saying it's not going to overpower. It's never going to be able to overpower, because the collective energy is positive, it's nurturing, it's what I'm looking at. It's not necessarily right now, it's so involved in, which it usually is, it's so involved in creating, but it's involved in creating beauty, it's involved in creating a love, it's involved in creating wonderment, it's involved in, so its tasks are many, but it's creating, what else could you guys say? Itself, I've said that, but so if you think about it, it's no, the fear is so small that it will never overwhelm this energy, if that helps, okay. Well, Diane's always interested in kind of the fear base, because she said she sees it, she has it herself, of course, and then she sees it around her, and she sees friends and friends she knows who stop themselves from doing things they want based on fear. And so it is, if you think about it, okay, fear, okay, what is fear? Is fear physical? Is it non-physical? Okay, when you think about fear, what do you see? Okay, do you see yourself in a situation? Do you see a physical manifestation of fear? Well, when you think about it, fear, it's not really physical, right? So if you look at it that way, how potent can it be? If you think about it, you're in a physical realm, you're focused on a physical realm, but maybe what you fear most, it's not even physical. Now, I'm not saying that, of course, things, non-physical things, or energy can cause fear in your space, and that does tend to cause a lot of illnesses. Right. So what? Yeah. No. So what I'm getting at is, okay, a lot of fear in the space. Yeah, especially in the U.S. Okay, yeah. We're all seeing that. A lot of fear. But when you think about it, it's a non-physical entity, right? And others would be using their energy to manipulate your energy into feeling this fear. Right. So fear is a manipulated energy. Now you're saying, okay, well, what if somebody points a gun at me and I experience fear? That's a real thing. Of course it's a real thing. Of course it's but somebody is using something to manipulate your energy in order for you to feel this fear, because they either want something from you, they want you to do something, or they want to evoke some type of reaction from you. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be, but it is a non-physical thing. It is a non-physical thing. So when I see this overwhelming energy, the energy that I'm looking at, the collective consciousness. Okay, fear is so small. It's so small. Is there a way to eradicate fear? Probably, yeah. Of course there is. But not if humans. Well, especially, yeah, we're talking about the earth. Not if humans. Of course, animals feel fear too, or well, they're different. They're instinct. They're not. Yeah, but as long as it's still being promoted or felt, then no. Yeah, it's going to, because fear is an energy that wants to survive just like any other energy. Okay, so yes, but what I'm trying to point out here is that it's so small in relation to the collective consciousness. Okay, yeah. Let's tap it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to see if I can get it to pay some attention to me, so maybe it'll answer some questions. Okay, let's see if I can do that. Okay, yeah. So I'm asking if it has anything to say to our viewers. Let's see if I can get it to pay attention. Well, it's curious. Okay, hold on. Okay. It's saying all is well. All is well. Okay. Oh. And it's saying, it wants to say to all of you that it appreciates your contribution to it. Right. Anything else? Yeah, it wouldn't exist without you. Yeah. Yeah, so it is saying, based on what I was saying before about fear, that, and to remind everybody, that the physical life that you're in right now is only temporary, that you will go back to your spirit lives. And so, it wants to kind of reassure everyone that no matter what you might be experiencing, it's only temporary, and you will get to another place. You will get to another place, right? Yeah. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it wants to just point out. Okay, talking about fear in your space. Okay. If you feel, they're saying if you're feeling under pressure or fear from some type of source, question that. Okay, this is important. Question it. Why are you feeling this fear? Why is something making you, or you're feeling it for yourself? Okay, you're initiating the fear. You're creating the fear in your space, but they're asking that you question why you are doing that and where it's coming from, And what is the motivation? Because there's always a motivation in fear, okay? If somebody is wanting to project fear onto you and you're accepting it, there's always a motivation for that. So, yeah, ask yourself some questions. And the consciousness is saying, ask yourself more questions, okay? Yeah, they're saying humans specifically on Earth are not asking enough questions. They're, well, no, they're not saying, no, they're not saying that. They're not saying that people are indifferent. They're saying people get overwhelmed. But it's best, or it's good to stop once in a while. And that's why, we always promote meditation here, because that helps you close or slow down the mind so you can do work like this. But it's saying, ask more questions. Ask more questions. Be more inquisitive. Ask why certain things are happening. Ask why did you react in a certain way. Okay, so it's saying to get to know yourself better. Okay, and that will. They're saying it will help promote a better life. It will help promote a better life instead of, well, not necessarily taking things for granted, but being more aware. Being more aware of how you operate, how you want to live your life. And and the collective consciousness is saying it actually will help its energy be lighter and more productive and be more creative. Right. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, and it's saying yes. Please be more creative. Okay. Yep. Yeah, and it's showing me iPhones, tablets, iPads, computers. Okay, so it's saying please. It's not that that's not being creative. There's a lot of creativity happening on those things, but it's asking to be more creative as an individual. Usually that's coming from another source. Okay, so you're seeing something that somebody else has already created, and that you're adapting it or working with that. They're asking to please try and be more creative on your own. You can do that on, if you want to do a drawing or something like that, you can use it as a tool, but maybe use your core self, your core energy, the core being of who you are, to create something that's unique, individual to you. Just creating it, you will be able to share it. But they're asking that. Okay, I think that's it for today. Yep. So thank you, Collective Consciousness, for, it's not that, okay, so it's saying it's not that it was being, not snotty, snooty, but it does have its agenda. And it was willing to stop and talk to me when I kind of tapped the energy and said, hey. Yeah, so, okay. So thank you very much, everyone, for being on the show. This is Marc signing off, and we'll be back soon.